Welcome back, guys, and it is now time for another Sega Mega Drive game. This time a game called Super Thunderblade, as you can see, but I'm going to do things a little bit different and actually show you guys the original sort of outer cover of the game, purely because a lot of these games don't really have stories that are explained to you when you're actually playing, so I thought I could read a little blurb off the back. Are they still called blurbs? I know it's a blurb on the back of a book. We'll call it a synopsis, but yeah. So yeah, once known as Thunderblade, the Ash Zero. Guys, I can't read anymore. Right, once known only as Thunderblade, the Ash 002 is back in action as Super Thunderblade, model Ash 091B. As part of the Air Force Special Operation Troop, you and your Super Thunderblade must take control of its state-of-the-art artillery to defeat the renegade guerrilla armies with plans to dominate the world. So it's another one that does take over the world things, and you're going to be the hero helicopter in this case, is going to basically stop that from happening. I'll also read what Steam says about the game. It says, a renegade army has focused its sights on domination of the free world and has unleashed its deadly troops from a secret power base in the east. Use the state-of-the-art defense system at your Use the state-of-the-art defense system at your fingertips, the Super Thunderblade, armed with 20mm Vulcan cannons and AATM missiles. How does Steam know that when the original game didn't tell you that? Anyway, AATM missiles to find a central enemy base and blow it sky high. The fate of the free world is in your hands. Ooh. But yeah, here we are. Got the game. I need to actually remember to bring it up, because right now I've got all that sitting on my screen. Right, yeah, so yeah, got the game, and let's just begin. And from memories of my childhood, this game is like the most infuriating game ever, because, well, I remember when I was a kid, you seemed to die like all the time, and I never got really far in it. And such is the case with many Sega Mega Drive games, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, let's begin. And nothing's happening. Oh, there we go. Oh, music's playing. Okay, let's begin. Right, so obviously this is you know, the cool little blue helicopter with a blue screen on the front for some reason. Oh, with a red screen on the front. It's not blue, it's red. The helicopter's blue, the windshield screen thing is red, which I never noticed, but yeah. And you're literally just flying, holding down a single button, which will be your shoot, and you have to destroy stuff, i.e. tanks and other helicopters. And it is the most infuriating thing ever, because if I remember correctly, these bullets seem to hit you at all points, and the key to the game is to just keep moving. Move as often as you can, hold down the shoot button, and hope for the best. So, firstly, the first thing I want to point out is, if you remember back from the original cover of the game, you seem to be in like a very nicely drawn city. Right now, there you go, death number one. Right now, as you can see, their definition of a city when you're actually playing a game is a few badly rendered buildings that just kind of appear from nowhere and then just zoom past the screen. And if I remember correctly, if you hit those buildings, you also die. So you need to avoid stuff as well. Right, not really much going on. I mean, I don't really know what I can actually say about the game at the moment, other than shoot, 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 shoot. I think later on, well, hopefully I'll get there and not die. Oh, actually no, I can talk about this, the boss battle. There seems to have sort of mid-stage boss battles, which is just going to be some big, nasty, fuck-off looking tank that you want to completely, like destroy the crap out of. But by destroy, if I remember correctly from this, it was a matter of just destroying all its turrets. And then that would mean that the tank is destroyed when you destroy the big main turret, I think. But yeah, and I really remember these sound effects, because these sound effects are very sort of, what's the word? Not recognizable, because I'm not recognizing or anything, but they're memorable, because that, and then yeah. So it kind of seemed very out of place in the game, because you hear all these like explosions and just hear this weird laser cannon thing. But yeah, obviously, there I go again. these random little blue streaks that you see coming across the bottom must be some kind of weird lake / river. And yeah, so that's what I mean about getting hit constantly. You can keep moving, but it's still gonna hit you. The game, if I remember it, is based off an arcade game called Thunderblade, which is why, in the synopsis on the back of the original synopsis, not the... There you go, game over. I wouldn't even consider myself to have gotten far at all, but we'll give that another go. What I was saying was it's based off an original game called Thunderblade, which was an arcade game, and I think Sega had decided to get licenses for a port of the game, and I never played the arcade game, purely because I would have been too young in this instance, but from what I read about it, the arcade game was much better than this game, and right now my only assumption for that would be because of how... Wow, I just flew straight into that. I wouldn't say glitchy the game is, because I wouldn't say it's glitchy, but how unpredictable and sort of, from the screenshots I've seen of the arcade version, the game seemed better rendered than this one. So yeah, it just didn't look as nice. And I don't know how if it was as infuriating as this game, because I know this game can get very annoying very quickly. Well, it did when I was a kid. Hopefully, maybe being grown up again, like the same thing with Alien Storm, I might actually be able to progress further into the game than when I did when I was a kid. Because obviously when I was a kid, I must have played this when I was like, I don't know, 7, 8, I reckon. But we'll see. I'm gonna actually try and be serious about it now. It would have been a bit more sort of involved, if you like, if there was a separate button to drop the bullets / bombs down to the ground to destroy the tanks, but there really isn't. You literally just hold one button and it automatically shoots the tanks as well as the planes or helicopters. I want to get to the second part of the game because the kind of structure of it changed a little bit, or the second level, if it's even a level. I mean, it doesn't really say stages, it's just kind of... Oh, it does say stage. Oh, just noticed it says stage 1 in the bottom right corner. Also, what you can't see, because I'll probably be covering it, or you might be able to see it, I'm not too sure, is there's lives in the bottom left corner of just little helicopter symbols. But yeah. So this is still considered stage 1. So you would have thought this would be stage 2 because you've just fought a boss. But nope, stage 1 still. This playthrough is not going to be very long. I'll just keep playing until I either get 1, bored of it, or 2, very irritated by it, or 3, complete it, which I don't see happening at all. I mean, I can barely pass the first stage, so I don't think I'm going to be getting past this game. Right, there you go, ended that again. Right, there is one trick I remember from when I was a kid, and I was refraining from wanting to do it, but I'm going to do it for the sake of trying to progress past this first stage, and that is I can give myself more lives. In the options, you can actually give yourself more players. We'll go 7, and I'm going to make the game easy and see if it actually makes any difference. Let's go. I hope it does. I don't know if it will. I'd hate to see what this game's going to be like in hard. I might try it for a bit of fun at the end. But let's see if easy makes any difference. Right, so far I actually do see less enemy bullets coming towards me. Yeah, it seems to be less chaotic. So let's just see if I can progress past this first stage. Those helicopters look really, really weird actually. When I get close to the screen, I'll try and highlight one when I'm in the edit. But they look like they got these weird kind of like, what's the word? Monster faces attached to the front of them. Like something you wouldn't want to see in a machine-based horror game. And it looks really weird. They look like these twisted things at the front of the helicopter. I presume it's meant to be obviously the front windshield screen thing. But you know, when you've got stuff in 16 bits. Or was it 8 bits? No, the Sega Mega Drive was 16 bits, I'm sure. Well, someone's going to correct me here because I'm going to be very wrong. But yeah, when you got stuff in 16 bits, you can only have so much resolution. Right, so far in the first attempt, or in the first couple of attempts, I only had 3 lives. And I've already lost 2, so in terms of difficulty, unless I'm just being really bad suddenly, there's not much difference. Although, fortunately, I'll be able to carry on for longer because obviously I've got more lives. So hopefully I'll be able to get past this bit. Actually, a lot of concentration to try and keep moving around. Nope, see, that would have been game over. And that's no further than what I progressed before. I do have... Oh dear. I do have memory of the second level as well. And I remember it being a lot harder than this first level. So what the hell? I literally just respawned and I died instantly. What's going on? Right, I think I'm just like flying into their bullets now. Can I get past this bit? Come on, keep avoiding everything. Right, I think I'm done with that. Okay. Right, yeah, this is when the game changes now, and you've kind of got a more sort of typical kind of bird's eye view shooters that you get from back in the days when you could only do so much on games. And I think, yeah, it was like a giant sort of like plane carrier. I think they've got actual names. I can't remember what the name is. So, and there I go again. I think I've got no more lives either. It's not showing me my lives. Actually, it's not showing me anything. So, okay. It doesn't even tell me what stage this is. So unless I've somehow turned off the user face. The interface. The user face. Surely the user face in this case is my face. I don't know if I've accidentally turned off the interface, but I don't actually know how many lives I've got now, so I need to be extra careful. And again, I mean, like, I don't think it's possible to destroy every single one of these, every single one of these, bullets. So, I mean, bullets, these, gun things, so, I think you just have to wait until you get to the end. And apparently that destroyed the entire ship. We'll go with that. Right, stage 1 end. Time 4 minutes and 26 seconds. Bonus 500,000 points. Number of hits 236. Bonus 400,000 points. Right, and now we've got stage 2. Now, if I remember correctly, this stage is a piece of arse, and it's the stage that I was never able to pass in my life. So I probably can't now, mainly because you have to avoid all these pillars, all these weird archways, as well as to avoid the bullets, as well as shooting everything. And there we go. Right, I think I have to start the game all over again now. So if I do, there'll have to be a jump cut. there's a continue option. I don't remember that being there when I was a kid. So, oh, I start from here again. Okay, that's alright then. Do I have the same amount of lives that I did before? Before I got to this? No. Okay, it's reset all my lives as well. So, maybe... What? I don't remember that being there when I was younger. So, unless it's something, a benefit from easy mode, maybe being a kid you just don't understand what continue means properly, and you just start a new game again, and I am getting wrecked. Right, so all those pillars have gone now. Right, it's amazing how we go from being into in a city to being in this weird desert place. But I've just realised again something I never noticed when I was younger, is that deserts don't randomly turn turquoise, do they? Or is that teal? Or is it blue? I can't quite tell, but basically I thought deserts were generally like yellow and orange and red, not this. And big breaths. And this is what I meant about the game becoming infuriating. And it's changing between the two as well, so what part of the world am I in? That suddenly goes from being a desert to being in the middle of, I think, what isn't even physically possible or exists in our world. Alright, I'm going to give it one more attempt, and if not, I'm going to start the game again in very hard mode and see how far I get. I won't even take off. How far off the side of the screen can I go? Maybe the trick is to just stay completely to one side and you can just dodge every single one of these things. Nope, because then the bullets get you. Right, through the... You would think that if you're in a helicopter and you're in a place that has archways like this, you'd at least be able to fly over the top of them, because as far as my understanding of rock formations and mountains and stuff goes, I'm pretty sure not all of them go to the depths of the sky. The depths of the sky? Isn't depths referring to something being deep? To the height of the end of the sky? It doesn't make no sense. Anyway, yeah, you know what I mean. It doesn't go all the way up and up and up, so you can't actually fly over the top of them. Apparently you can't. So, yeah. And, you know, your altitude isn't even that high, because, you know, you're only really grazing the tops of the trees, which makes it quite hectic, actually, for there to be a war going on at this sort of level of height. You'd think, you know, helicopters and planes would be flying from a lot higher in the sky, but nope. Screw logic. And what are these random... Oh, what the hell? Oh, you know what? I do have memory of this thing. I have no idea what the hell it's meant to be, but I've got memory of it. So maybe I did get this far. What the hell? It's like some weird alien ship. And I'm pretty sure these guys were just meant to be some kind of attack force trying to take over the world from the east. But they've got some weird things that looks like the... Right, not everyone will get this when I take that back, because of the amount of people who play League of Legends, but it looks like the mask that Master Yi wears. But yeah, oh, no, and that's the end of that, isn't it? I have to start again now, aren't I? If I have to start from the boss, that's okay. If I have to start from the start, then I'm done. I'm done. Right, I'm gonna see what happens if I try and crash into the floor. No, apparently you just land. Okay, fair enough. Go on, I'll give it one more go then, and I'll see how far I can get. Those pillars though. Yeah, it's weird, man. I don't know if you guys can see my facial expression, but like every time we get close to a pillar, I'm like that, trying to avoid it. Well, maybe not that extreme, but my face kind of like twists for a moment, trying to avoid them. Yeah, it's got all these, what I was going to say as well before the boss battle is that it's got all these weird rock formations just appearing from the sky as well, pointing downwards. So maybe we're inside a cave. Ah, that might actually make more sense, hence why there's all these rocks around randomly. And you got rocks coming down from the ceiling as well. Oh, hang on a second. This has made so much more sense to me. You know, logic. These archways I'm going through isn't just archway rock formations in the middle of a desert. No, they're caves that we're flying into, because I've noticed every time you go through them, the game becomes darker. So we're doing some weird cave fighting. Right, now, you know, it doesn't make any sense when you look at it, but once you actually think about it for the moment, it actually now begins to make a bit of sense. So we're inside a cave. That's why the colour's gone all darkish. Right, this boss battle. I died instantly, game over. But yeah, right. For a bit of fun, I'm gonna go ultra boss mode. And I'm gonna... Gonu. It's really weird people say that. I say Gonu quite a lot, but Gonu, like, it's weird. It's like Gonu. G-O-N-O-O. Weird. But yeah, oh, look. Okay, I can't even continue anymore. So you must have had a limited amount of continues. Okay, so maybe I did use that when I was a kid. Anyway, options. Difficulty. Hard. And players. 3. Right, let's see what nightmare I've just got myself into. Start. Can I skip this? Yes. Oh, pause the game. Okay. Right, and then I'm done. And I'm done with this. Right, so far I've seen less bullets than I saw in easy mode. Yeah, the gameplay seems exactly the same to me actually. Just, I think there's more helicopters, not too sure. Oh, okay, hang on, I know what it's done. The planes, right. There's airplanes coming here as well as helicopters that weren't there in the first part of the stage in easy mode. And actually, it is more hectic actually. Yeah. I seem to have done better then though than I did in easy mode. And there's more tanks as well. Right. And also, another thing that puzzles me really, if you think about the lore of this, is how can one helicopter get through all of this without being hit? Seriously. It's like it's the superhero of all helicopters. Right, yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to make it to the boss. Nope, I did. Right, is the boss going to be any harder? Is he going to have like more turrets on it or something? No, I think it seems to be shooting its bullets at a faster rate. Yeah, it is. It is. I think that's that. Is the game over? No, one more attempt at this. One more. Right, I did get it. So it doesn't seem to be harder in terms of how many times I need to hit it. Actually, none of these helicopters need to be hit more. I think they just fire more crap at you. Right, I'm done. I'm done. I don't think I'll ever be able to complete that game. I never did when I was a kid. I don't think I even know anyone who did. Then again, I don't think I know many people who've actually played the game, but yeah. That's Super Thunderblade, and it's hectic, it's wild, it's infuriating, it's irritating, and yeah. Just, it's a really frustrating game. And let's just quickly see how the computer does it. Because obviously the computers are just like the best at everything. Right, he seems to be going quite low a lot. Maybe that was the trick. And yeah, man, he hasn't been hit once. So yeah, the trick is to keep moving. Oh no, there we go. The computer also sucks. Right, I'm done with that. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you all later, guys. Goodbye.